Hi there, I'm Harry Partridge and welcome to an annotated speed paint video. So what you're currently looking at is a screen grab from Starbarians episode 4 that is being used at the moment in a top secret Starbarians related project that I'm not really at liberty to talk about yet. However, I was looking at this image today and I thought, you know what, it's not really good enough. It's an animation frame, it's a screen grab from the episode, and it was never really meant to stand up to too much scrutiny. It was supposed to be viewed in motion, but I wanted to redraw it for this other project, so I thought I could maybe fit in a little bit more detail that way, get in a little bit more of Hogstrong's personality as I see it, a little bit more three-dimensionality, and just all in all improve it. So what you're currently looking at is my work process as I redrew the image. I didn't actually show the rough drawing part of the process, which might have been interesting. I should do that next time. But what you're currently looking at is me cleaning up my rough drawing, my new rough based on that old original frame, and I'm cleaning it up in Toon Boom because I really like the brush tools and the kind of nice responsive feeling of drawing in Toon Boom. And we're going to take it into Adobe Flash to do flat color fills, which is a very unusual process to work both between sorry, not Flash, I called it Flash. I still call it Flash, it used to be Flash, it's now Adobe Animate. It's very unusual to bat back and forth between Adobe Animate and Toon Boom like this, but I'm just used to working my own weird way, I don't know how to explain it. And then finally I take it into Photoshop to kind of tweak the highlights, tweak the colors a little bit, and add in some more soft shading to give it kind of a more three-dimensional movie poster look. This is not good enough for a movie poster. It's sort of something in between an animation frame and actually a really finalized, nice-looking illustration. But I thought it was a little bit better for this other project. So we'll do a before and after at the end, and hopefully I will have succeeded in taking that animation frame and improving it somewhat. It remains to be seen. Let's find out. And very briefly here, you see that I actually flip the image horizontally. I always do that when I'm trying to really get a drawing to look right. I like to flip it horizontally and kind of see it with new eyes. A lot of people do this, it isn't just me. It's actually a really great technique. By mirroring your drawing, you kind of see it with fresh eyes and you can make little changes. And now I'm actually working on an additional layer to sit above the flat colors, a shadow layer. So I'm sort of working on creating these separate areas that I'll put just the shadow fills in when I color the flat color fills in Adobe Animate. Just one more thing before we go in and color the flat fills in Animate. I'm actually creating color separations here for the war paint or makeup or whatever you want to call it that's on their face, and also the kind of colored streaks in their hair. Those need to be separate for the fills to work correctly, and also creating white streaky highlights to help make the armor look nice and kind of chrome and shiny. Now we're back in Adobe Animate. I exported the vector artwork from Toon Boom and opened it up in Animate. It's a very unusual thing to do. I'm sure that's probably not the way a lot of professionals do it. I just prefer the color picking tools in Animate, and I'm more used to it. It's sort of second nature to me now. I've been using the program since I was 15 years old, for a long time, basically half my life. So yeah, it's just very natural for me, and I'm coloring in the shadow fills to begin with, and then going in and doing the flat colors, which I'm swatching from an image that I have, an old image actually, a really old drawing of the Starbarians, but I've saved the image because it has every color that I need to fill in the colors of the Starbarians. And right here in Photoshop, I'm tweaking the shading, making sure that I like all of the colors, just changing individual colors, softening the shading a little bit, punching up the highlights, and hopefully bringing us to the final image. So here we are with the final image. It is not a million miles away from where we started out, but of course, we were basing it on that older frame, so we couldn't stray too far. And I like what I did. It was very basic. I do these kind of images a lot for either general commissions or any kind of still art that isn't going to be featured in an animation. And yes, I'm happy with it. Let me know if you were happy with this annotated speed paint video, and if you'd like to see similar things or something else entirely, I am open to your suggestions. Thank you very much for watching and listening and supporting my work. Thank you. Harry out.